Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? Please have your tickets in hand before you board the plane. Thank you.
Hello and welcome, I'm WION and you're watching a very special episode of Wings brought to you from the Noida Flower Show. On today's episode of the show,
today we bring you beautiful flower exhibitions across the Delhi NCR region. We head to Kashmir, where Sonamarg is hosting the first ever snow sports festival to promote tourism. We also track China's Spring Festival, spectacular carnival in Rio de Janeiro, and an authentic Wild West experience in Spain. Let's begin.
as Sonamarg continues to define India's winter sports identity, a new destination is emerging in Kashmir Valley. Sonamarg just hosted its first ever winter sports festival.
For years, if you said winter sports in India, the name that instantly came to mind was Sonamarg. We have visited this spot in Kashmir several times to experience the most famous winter tourism destination in India, to try snowboarding, snowmobiling, and even a snow bicycle. But now another valley is quietly and confidently lacing up its boots. Welcome to Sonamarg. Tucked deep inside the Kashmir Valley, Sonamarg has always been breathtakingly beautiful, and the area is famous for its untouched meadows and towering peaks. The Jammu and Kashmir Tourism Department is now transforming Sonamarg into the region's next winter sports hub by investing in infrastructure, training and events that turn this scenic getaway into a serious contender on India's winter sports scene. This week, Sonamarg hosted its first ever snow sports festival. The festival saw young sports enthusiasts run across snowfields, play football with unstoppable energy, cricket in the cold, and volleyball rallies in icy air. Kabaddi was also played with the same strong spirit. Snow isn't a barrier here anymore. The festival gave the young people in the valley a playground, even in winter.
काफ़ी ज़्यादा बच्चों ने इंटरेस्ट दिखाया, काफ़ी अच्छे से इंटरेस्ट दिखाया और काफ़ी ज़्यादा जोश था हर एक बच्चे में, हर एक इवेंट में बहुत ज़्यादा जोश दिखाया और एक हिसाब से ये रिक्रिएशन फन एक्टिविटी थी तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा मज़ा आ रहा था ये हर एक गेम खेलने में। तो इस चीज़ से क्या हो रहा था, इस चीज़ से जो सोनमर्ग हैं, जो हमारी टूरिज़म प्लेसेस जो हैं कश्मीर में J&K में, तो वो जो है वो प्रमोट हो रही, इसमें टूरिज़म प्रमोट होगा।
The 10th National Snowshoe Championship 2026 also wrapped up here last weekend. Over 170 athletes from nearly 20 states battled it out in tough winter disciplines. Sprint races, relays, and endurance tests set against the dramatic Thajivas Glacier. Jammu and Kashmir dominated the medal tally with 28 medals, taking home the specially crafted rolling trophy. Ladakh followed with 15, while Haryana, Chandigarh and Himachal Pradesh put up strong performances.
हम भी अपनी तरफ से बहुत ज़्यादा कोशिश कर रहे हैं और बच्चे आहिस्ता आहिस्ता जैसे लास्ट ईयर हमारे पास 80 टोटल थे, इस साल हमारे पास 170 लगभग डबल से भी ज़्यादा हैं। तो कोशिश यही है कि ये खेलों के साथ साथ ये एडवेंचर स्पोर्ट्स के साथ साथ हमारा टूरिज्म का भी बढ़ावा हो जाए इससे।
ये स्पोर्ट्स विंटर टूरिज्म के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा बूस्ट है बिकॉज अगर आप देखो तो बहुत दूर दूर से स्टेट से लोग आ रखे हैं, उनको एक नया एक्सपीरियंस मिलता है, नई जगह मिलती है, होटल्स यहाँ पे रहना, सैनिटेशन सब कुछ इतना अच्छा है। तो एक तरह से विंटर टूरिज्म को तो बहुत अच्छा बूस्ट मिल जाता है बिकॉज यहाँ पे अगर आप देखो हिल्स इतने अच्छे हैं, स्नो इतनी अच्छी है, तो इसीलिए ये एक बहुत अच्छा बूस्ट है।
The Sonamarg Snow Sports Festivals and Snow Show Championship demonstrate that Kashmir's winters can be about opportunity as much as beauty, and that the next generation is already stepping up. Once known for quiet getaways, the valley is now buzzing with championships and festivals as young athletes turn frozen fields into playgrounds.
From the Amrit Udyan Flower Garden in New Delhi to right here at the Noida Flower Show, New Delhi is attracting visitors to its colorful flower festivals. Let's take a look around and see the artists and the flowers in the spotlight.
New Delhi's diplomatic enclave lies a vibrant escape from the city's relentless pace. The National Rose Garden here, also known as the India-Africa Friendship Rose Garden. Now, if you're looking for a burst of color in the middle of the city, this is where you need to be. This garden is home to many unique varieties of roses that have been sourced from across India and around the world. And during the blooming season, the entire garden transforms into a spectacular display of reds, pinks, yellows, whites, and even some rare roses that leave visitors spellbound. In the power corridor of New Delhi is a garden that's spread across acres of beautifully maintained land. Now, this garden is not just about aesthetics, it's about experience. Wide pathways and vibrant flower beds make it ideal for morning and evening walks. It also serves as a knowledge hub showcasing diverse rose species. The National Rose Garden offers a serene reminder that even in the capital's busiest corners, nature continues to bloom with grace. Across New Delhi, other gardens are also coming alive. Just a short distance away, another spring ritual is underway inside the grand estate of Rashtrapati Bhavan. Amrit Udyan, formerly known as the Mughal Gardens, opens its gates to the public for a limited time each year, offering a rare glimpse into one of India's most iconic addresses. This year, President Draupadi Murmu inaugurated the Amrit Udyan Winter Annuals Edition 2026, marking the beginning of the much-awaited floral showcase. This edition offers more than just tulips and timeless roses. Visitors are welcomed by the babbling brook, a gently flowing water stream with delicate cascades adding a soothing soundtrack to the gardens. What makes this year special is the way the space has been reimagined, preserving its historic charm, while offering new immersive elements like having a QR code in front of every flower bed that will showcase details of the specific species after scanning. If you want to catch a glimpse of Amrit Udyan, make sure you plan your visit before 31st March. The gardens remain open to the public only until then.
In neighboring Noida, spring is on full display at the annual Flower Show, where color and creativity bloom side by side. The show is spread out across large lawns in Sector 33, bringing together horticulturalists, gardening enthusiasts, and families keen to soak in the season's finest floral displays.
Floriculture Society is organizing different garden competitions, and the flower competition since the last 30 years, more than 30 years. This time we are more focusing on plants which control air pollutions. Here one of the tray is depicting the two things. One with the desert theme is depicted, and at the other hand they depicted how the green plants and the green things will generate how much oxygen, and the greenery will improve the air quality also.
From bright petunias and marigolds to precisely curated bonsai arrangements and themed landscape installations, the show is a celebration of nature's artistry. Visitors wander through rows of blossoms, pausing for photographs against flower walls and elaborate plant sculptures. There's also a large, interesting art sculpture on exhibit here at the show.
So this title of the artwork is Mystery of Life. I'm always trying to create an alternate space for the habitat. Be sensitized. Buying a one house is sufficient for your life. So we need to, we have to respect our nature. So nature, giving respect to the nature and care for the nature is the more important for my artwork.
This is my first visit to a fair like this, and I'm pretty impressed by the work that I'm seeing. Not just the kind of work that they have done, but the contribution from the corporate aspect. I've seen so many corporates participating in it, and it's really fun. I think the exhibitions that they have done for different monuments and depicting Lord Shiva, etc., it's really beautiful.
There are also workshops, competitions and eco-awareness stalls that add an educational touch to the Noida Flower Show. You can learn composting, sustainable gardening or bonsai tree care. The show highlights the joy of nurturing green spaces in urban life, even in small spaces like balconies. India's gardens are in full bloom, celebrating innovation, heritage and the ageless joy of spring.
This year marks the Chinese Year of the Horse, but it is also the Chinese New Year, also known as the Spring Festival. Let's take a look at how this event is celebrated across China and the world.
The Spring Festival marks the beginning of the Lunar New Year in China. This year, the Lunar New Year is observed on February 17th. This is also the Year of the Horse, the 7th in the 12-year cycle of animals which appears in the Chinese zodiac, related to the Chinese calendar. Across China, temples were filled with worshippers. In Beijing, crowds visited the Lama Temple to burn incense and offer prayers for health and success in the coming year. Also in Hong Kong, devotees queued to offer incense at a temple, believing that the first incense of the year brings extra blessings.
I wish everyone good health and that their wishes come true, and whatever they aim for will be met with success.
Beyond temples, cities and towns across China burst into celebration. From dragon and lion dances to fireworks and drone light shows, communities gathered to welcome the new year. Ancient villages were decorated with red lanterns and spring couplets, a tradition which is believed to bring good fortune. Performers filled the streets with dragon dances, clamshell dances, and land boat parades. A New Year fair was held at Beijing's Longfuzi commercial area, a well-known hub for folk culture, under the theme of Fu, the Chinese character symbolizing good fortune. Stalls were placed all across the streets, selling Chinese traditional handicrafts like pots, toys, decoration items, etc. Also, in many parts of the country, people dressed in traditional Chinese attire took over the streets with large parades and radiant performances. Lantern festivals also illuminated the night sky. Across China, numerous light installations blend ancient craftsmanship with modern technology.
What delights me the most is this horse-shaped light installation. I was born in the year of the horse, and now it is my zodiac year, so the horse has a very special meaning for me. I wish everyone a happy new year and all the best.
The most spectacular event of the festival was a robotic performance where robots stole the spotlight during China's 2026 Spring Festival Gala. The humanoid performers showcased martial arts routines, performed comedy sketches, and even demonstrated skills such as folding clothes and rolling walnuts. One of the most memorable moments saw robots team up with young kung fu artists for a synchronized martial arts performance. Spring Festival celebrations are not limited to China. Locations worldwide light up for the occasion. In London, several students from around the world staged a flash mob on a red double-decker bus. Dressed in Hanfu, a traditional Chinese attire, the students played instruments, showcased the Chinese tradition, and spread New Year wishes across the city. In Dubai, a spectacular light show illuminated the Burj Khalifa, with several Chinese traditional elements lighting up the world's tallest building.
I'm thrilled. It's my first time to celebrate the Spring Festival in Dubai, standing beneath the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in Dubai.
The Russian capital Moscow was transformed into a festive stage as its red square was filled with shimmering lanterns. Also, the people in Vietnam welcomed the Lunar New Year with grand fireworks that lit up the sky at midnight. Perhaps the most unique celebration took place far above Earth. At China's space station Tiangong, the Shenzhou 21 crew hosted their own Spring Festival party. Decorated with red lanterns and paper-cut crafts, the astronauts celebrated the new year in their own way. From the streets of Beijing, London, and Moscow to space stations, the Spring Festival continues to connect people and keep the Chinese traditions alive.
It's that time of the year when carnivals are celebrated around the world. But without a doubt, the most famous one of them all is the Rio de Janeiro Carnival that takes place over 5 days. Let's see how it is celebrated.
There are festivals, and then there is the Carnival in Rio de Janeiro. This is a multi-sensory, full-body experience. It will make you think the whole city is vibrating from drums that rattle your ribcage. This year's event was one of the biggest celebrations yet. The Carnival in Rio de Janeiro officially started on Friday, the 13th of February, and ran until Tuesday, February 17th. Although the festival lasts only 5 days of peak celebration, the festivities continue for much longer through street parties called blocos. So, how should you do this mega event if you want to visit? Let us explain how the Carnival experience works. The Carnival erupted on Friday, the 13th of February, with access group schools entering the Sambadrome, Rio's purpose-built parade stadium, to compete for a spot in the elite league, while Centro is overtaken by blocos. On the second night of the Carnival parades in Rio de Janeiro, one samba school honored the artistic legacy of Rita Lee, the Queen of Rock. Different moments of her career were on display, with colorful floats, psychedelic visuals, and performers who celebrated her irreverence and countercultural spirit. On Sunday night, the epic 3-night showdown began with the top 12 samba schools. This is considered a must-see as they move through the Sambadrome. The elite schools feature Olympic-level choreography, floats the size of buildings, thunderous drums, and thousands of performers moving in sync. On Monday, the special group night continues as the rhythm intensifies. For the participants, it is a serious affair. Even a small mishap with timing or costumes can cost them the championship. By now, the energy in the Sambadrome reaches a sustained epic level. And even if you do not speak Portuguese, you will still enjoy the narratives seen in the performances. Tuesday marks the final of the special group nights, and the last 4 elite-level schools will parade through the Sambadrome. At this point, the performing schools have been able to compare their routines with their competitors, and often the boldest, most creative performances are seen on this day. Meanwhile, locals' parties rage from sunrise and just keep going. Wednesday is the final day. This is when the official scoring happens in the afternoon. Judges have to take into account strict criteria across 9 categories like choreography, costumes, and thematic storytelling. Local residents treat this like sports finals, eagerly awaiting the announcement of the championship-winning performance. And if you find yourself in a neighborhood bar, imagine the whole crowd roaring in celebration as the winners are announced. The Rio Carnival is considered among the world's most epic public parties, and if you ever get a chance to go, you will not be disappointed in the entertainment value on offer. The only question is, for how many days in a row can you party?
In southern Spain, the Wild West is still alive. In Almeria, horses and gunslingers perform at a spectacular Wild West experience. Let's take a look.
A cart rolls down a sandy street, a gunman riding a horse around the town. Gunshots echo. This may look like an American cowboy film, but it is Fort Bravo, a Western-themed park set in Spain's Tabernas Desert. In the 1960s, the Italian director Sergio Leone chose this desert for its striking resemblance to the American Wild West. His film, A Fistful of Dollars, made the region popular, and decades later, the set became a tourist attraction. Every afternoon, performers recreate classic scenes with horseback chases, fistfights, and dramatic shootouts. But behind the scenes, the real stars of the show are the horses. This is Matias Nahuel Castañeda, the man who often plays the role of the sheriff. He not only performs in the shows, but also trains and cares for the horses himself.
We want them to be as calm as possible. There are lots of people, lots of children, and gunshots. As for the sounds, we always start very far away from them. Keep in mind that our blank firing is very loud, and not all animals handle noise well. So when it comes to pistols, we always stay well away from them. We start little by little with the shots. We see how they react. We gradually move closer, so they can slowly take in what they're going to encounter when the day of the horse's debut in the show arrives.
For Castañeda, the connection with a horse can go far beyond performance. His story tells us that horses and humans can share a rare bond.
There's a different connection with these animals compared to a dog or a cat. I had a horse here that I couldn't bear to see. I came to work here and I felt very safe with him. And if we had to do something, I wanted it to be with him. He understood me, corrected me. He saved me more than once. Horses are special.
When the show ends, the horses return to the stables, but their day isn't over. Visitors can pay extra for a ride through the town, giving a memorable ending to their experience. As the sun goes down over the desert, the horses are led to their outdoor enclosures, ready to play their part again the next day, keeping the legacy of the Wild West alive.
That's all we have for you in this week's episode of Wings, but we'll return next weekend with more travel content for you. Until then, it's me, Johan Castell, signing off. Goodbye.